The problem with War Thunder.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's have a serious talk today. Something I rarely do on this channel. I'm not a big drama queen unless I get bombed by Cass. Then I go full drama. The PhlyDaily and TheCodMineMan did similar videos lately. I'll leave the links in the pinned comment, and if there is any other content creators who did similar videos lately, let me know. I'll add them to the pinned comment. But I think it's great to talk about the issues we have with the game, because I feel like most of us want War Thunder to grow and be there in the next 10 years as popular or even more popular. And united, we can steer the ship to a different direction.
Game mods.
So I created my War Thunder account in 2014, then I had a long break after playing like for a day. I said for myself, this game cannot replace my World of Tanks.
Oh, you won't even believe what happened next.
I came back after a while and basically I haven't played World of Tanks since then. Just a few times here and there. Traitor! War Thunder was just way more realistic, much better damage model. You could have your lineups, not just one tank, and whole experience felt much better. I guess I prefer more realistic approach. But the problem is, since 2014, okay, let's say since 2015, because I had a long break after my first time playing, the gameplay hasn't changed at all. For the past 11 years, we are playing the same 3 game modes in ground battles. Sure, we got a bunch of graphic improvements, sound changes, many sound changes, damage model changes, hundreds of new vehicles, or thousands even, new weapon systems, new tech trees, but after all these additions, we are still playing the same old game, like I played in 2015. 14. One of the most interesting additions throughout these years were probably dozers. You know, you can dig the ground a little bit, make your hold down position. It sounds cool and all, and possibly could change the gameplay, but in current game modes, that stuff is useless. Nobody used dozers. The gameplay is way too fast for them to be usable. The only addition that changed the gameplay a little bit is when they added smoke. That definitely changed the things a little bit. Added new tactics, new ways to play.
Yes.
That and also destroy tanks staying in the battlefield so you can use them as cover. But we are still capturing the same 3 points for the past 11 years. And that's not great when you want to keep veteran players playing. You know, the ones that actually care about the game and want it to grow. And these game modes are pretty basic. There is not much tactics required, just 3 different ways to capture the point. So it can get stale doing the same thing again and again. And one of the ways Gaijin keeps players playing is by constant influx of new shiny vehicles, battle passes, events that run almost all year, one after another, and a fear of losing login streak, which is pretty much pointless. You only get a new decal, that's it. And we are running out of new shiny toys to add. Sure, there is probably still thousands of vehicles could be added, but I'm talking about the most popular ones. So I think it's about time to start thinking about the new game modes. The ones that would bring players back to the game, like that Nuclear Thunder event or the future game mode for Air RB. It was so popular that it broke War Thunder player count. Even the devs made a response afterwards to assure everybody that they're gonna continue working on the Nuclear Thunder game mode and bring it back in the future because it was so popular. So it's pretty simple, just do that, but just ×3 for other game modes, for ground and naval.
It's not that simple, Larry.
Naval is also like ground. Had bunch of changes, improvements over the years, but still the same old game modes. And not like in ground battles. In naval they are not really working, just by looking at the player count. And naval can be really popular. I can tell from my submarine event video, the event which was very popular, and the Yamato video. They overperform my tank videos from day one, so there is interest in naval, and Gaijin is not doing much to capitalize it. We have the most famous battleships in the game now. They are working on submarines and on anti-submarine warfare, and I don't really know how you're gonna do that in random battles. How you're gonna hunt submarines when there is a battleship or cruiser nearby. That will work in Naval EC, but not everybody has 2-3 hours time to play Naval EC. So they need to start working on the new game modes for Naval from the ground up. New game modes. And also Naval EC haven't seen development in years, I feel like. No new maps, no new mechanics, nothing. That game mode also needs development, and there is a lot of suggestions from the community how to improve it. Also, I forgot one more thing. We used to have historical events for ground battles, World War II era historical events, with only World War II tanks that met each other in real life. Where did that go?
It's gone.
And now we are getting infantry probably very soon. War Thunder will have all the military branches represented in the game, so it's really up to Gaijin if they want to continue the simple capture ABC game mode path, or they want to evolve to something more serious, bigger in scale. We could have a killer combined arms game mode, and stuff like this would keep the veteran players playing. And I'm not saying to remove the current game modes, since they are really great for grinding stuff, but not for long-term gameplay, so we need additional new game modes. And in the latest test for the nuclear escalation event, they added the first missile cruisers, but as AI-controlled vehicles. Wouldn't be that a great way to add player-controlled modern ships in War Thunder with the nuclear escalation game mode, since I don't see any way they could add them in the normal naval battles. They would be just too broken.
Copy paste.
So lately War Thunder started adding more and more copy-pasta vehicles to the tech trees and as premiums. One of them is not a bad thing, and another is not a great thing, in my opinion. I feel like tech tree copy-pasta should be only acceptable if the tech tree doesn't have anything unique to offer for certain BRs and there are massive gaps. Then yeah, I guess some copy-pasta is fine. But when you have many options to choose from and you give Germany American M55 and M44... Why? It doesn't add anything. It just dilutes the uniqueness of each tech tree, and it's not really fun to fight the same vehicle you are playing. And now Britain is getting 2 Abrams tanks in the next update. I mean, Challenger is not the fastest MBT, but it's still a solid MBT and it's still capable to compete at the top tier. Same as China. Why the heck China needs Abrams? Or Belgium copy-pasta Leo 1 for France, when there is this cool Leopard to add. Each tech tree have their own flavor, their own uniqueness. That's why we play it. Let's keep it that way maybe, unless it's really necessary to add copy-pasta. But I don't think Abrams for Britain is necessary. But premium or event copy-pasta is another story in my opinion, and it seems like a lot of people don't like it. I don't mind, to be honest. Like for example, the new premium Puma, the same Puma as in the tech tree, just with a different skin, or that premium M6A1, just a tech tree variant but a premium, or those World War II packs, again tech tree vehicles but with different skins. Well, German variants are slightly better. That's a bit of pay to win, because these premiums do not take anything from the tech tree, just the cooler looking tech tree variants as premiums. You know, I would rather have that instead of locking these cool American prototypes behind the paywall. And they could actually add some uniqueness to the tech tree, or Tiger 1P, a really cool historical variant, but it's locked behind the paywall. Or less armored Tiger 1P, extremely rare event vehicle. None of them are in the tech tree. Some of the most fun Pumas are basically event vehicles. Out of 4 World War II Pumas, 3 are event vehicles. One of the coolest World War II tanks, Sturm Tiger, again, a rare event vehicle, and there is barely any chance to get it, probably just through the Silver Lions boxes, and there is very low chance to get it. Then again, I talked about adding copy-pasta in the tech tree when there is a cooler, unique variant to add, and I bet not many people know of this thing existence. So they made this a rare event vehicle, and France in the tech tree got American copy-pasta. So I would rather have premium variants, just copies of tech tree vehicles, but with different skins. And I'm not talking about fantasy skins like they do in World of Tanks.
Disgusting!
Historical skins, something that makes sense. Probably a unique-ish variant here and there, and the awkward vehicles, kind of useless vehicles, are perfect for events. But the most unique stuff I would like to see go in the tech tree. because unique stuff in the tech tree adds value, and unique stuff as premiums, events, especially events, adds only temporal value while that event is active, because if you miss the event, well, you are out of luck, bimbo.
Top tier premiums and premiums prices.
Well, War Thunder officially do not sell top tier premium vehicles. Well, it's kinda a thin line over there. The top tier is 12.7 and the highest premiums are 12.0. So basically it's a top tier vehicle. Still, when it comes to ground and probably air, premiums are not as great as the top tier vehicles, I guess. But level 1 gamers can buy their way basically to the top tier, and that is a problem. I think not because guys are selling top tier vehicles as premiums, but because inexperienced people easily can get their way to the top tier. And me, as someone who playing this game for a long time, I don't really play top tier that much. So every time I come back to the top tier, I need some time to adjust, because it's a totally different beast for experienced player. Now, somebody who don't have any experience goes straight to the top tier, well, they are just helping the enemy team, and a lot of people are not happy about that, especially when the new premiums are added. But it's a long time issue for ground and air, nothing new. I guess free random vehicle spawns help this issue a little bit, and also free daily backups, but that's probably more of a help for experienced players who bought a premium to grind a new tech tree. They finally have a ways to respawn and continue fighting, but inexperienced players are still helping the enemy team. Probably locking top tier premiums behind the level lock would improve the situation at the top tier. But in the well, they are selling straight up top tier vehicles.
I'm used to it.
It always was the case. When the top tier was 6.0, you were able to buy Helena, the top tier vehicle, or Prince Eugene. Prince Eugene was actually better than the tech tier variant because of better anti-air, but that wasn't a big of a deal. They were pretty much the same. But the new French battleship, Jean Bart, is the best battleship France can get, and it's a premium.
Are you serious?
You should have faster reload, better anti-air, and better accuracy. Accuracy is a big issue for French battleships, and that's historical, because the guns are so close to each other, and when they fire, the gun blast interferes with the shell's trajectory, and that created pretty bad dispersion. So later, I think after World War II, France added like a delay for each gun, so they won't fire at the same time. This way, gun blast didn't affect the shell trajectory, so the accuracy increased. And in War Thunder we have other two Richelieu class battleships, but both of them are in World War II era configuration. I think Clemenceau is in original configuration and Richelieu is in World War II era American refit, so they cannot have faster reload and better accuracy. So only the premium ship can have these improvements, because Jean Bart is with 9055 refit. And guess what? Gaijin artificially nerfed it, so it won't be that much better than the tech variants. No! You still have faster reload and better anti-air, but not accuracy. And also they gave her peacetime crew count, while tech variants have wartime crew count. 1. Peacetime crew count doesn't make sense, because in War Thunder in every match we are at war. And 2, crew count is not that important. You are more likely gonna get sunk by unrepairable breach or ammo explosion. Better accuracy and reload is way more important, and the only ship that could have those is premium, and France could definitely benefit from a low upgrade at the top tier. It's such a bad decision by Gaijin, especially since Clemenceau was now fully finished, so why couldn't they make it premium? That's most sensible choice for a premium, and you could still buy your way to the top tier, to Richelieu class. But no, they went for the most popular, the best battleship France ever made as premium choice. I'm so disappointed for this decision. It's naval, so nobody cares, but if it was ground or air, we would have people with pitchforks marching the streets. And on top of that, premium prices these days. 70 pounds for the highest BR premium vehicles. Man, that's like AAA open world games prices. I spent like 260 hours to finish Crimson Desert. It's a brand new open world game, a massive open world game. And even that costs less than top tier premium. Man, I understand Gaijin needs to make money, and I want them to make money. I want them to keep supporting this game and developing it, but there needs to be a limit to the premium vehicle prices. Economy is not that hot right now, and the housing cost and everything, people don't have that much money to spend on the game. So I feel like with cheaper prices they would sell more premiums, and maybe the profit would be about the same, and more people would be happier. And also overpriced premiums just pushes people away from the game, because the grind is long, and when the premium is too expensive, people just leave.
Cosmetics.
So in the beginning, War Thunder was this serious looking militaristic game, and then they started adding cosmetics. In the beginning it was like weapons, military gear, helmets, stuff that makes sense on a military vehicle. And then they started adding all kinds of wacky slop that doesn't make sense at all, slowly turning War Thunder in this Call of Duty looking hero shooter kind of game from serious militaristic style.
Perfect.
The latest addition is anime, or I should say anime pillows. Gaijin found the money glitch, buy all anime themed premiums and you're gonna get an extra pillow. I don't know if that's still the case before somebody goes and buys all of them. And no, pillows are not historical before somebody starts debating. And that picture is just somebody placed a pillow on a tank they found in the bushes or whatever. Everybody is using it as some hard proof that pillows are historical now. Come on guys, no serious military would accept pillows on tanks. I mean, I don't mind people liking all this stuff, all is good, but realistic tank simulator and Call of Duty hero shooter aesthetics doesn't go well for me. And the only thing I'm asking is for an option to disable all this crap, or filters so we could choose what to disable, what not to disable. I think even more arcadey World of Tanks, you have an option to disable all the crazy stuff. It's never a bad thing to give people options, especially since War Thunder is based on a serious militaristic game. Otherwise we'll have Supermans and Batmans running in War Thunder infantry mode in the future. So it's very simple, just give us options, Gaijin, and everybody will be happy.
Outro.
So yeah, that's the main 4 things I wanted to talk about. Probably I'll remember something else once I finish editing and upload the video. That's for the next time, for the next complaining video. Very likely for exactly the same things as well. But I hope we can get some positive changes in the future. And this is not me disliking War Thunder, this is just me wanting War Thunder to be better. And I'm sure not everybody agreed with my opinions, except the premium prices and the game modes problem. Probably most people agrees, but the other stuff, I'm not sure. So let me know guys if you agree or disagree, and with what. Also, some of you watch my videos and don't play War Thunder anymore. What was the reason for you to stop playing? Let me know in the comments.
Goodbye.